Hashtag no music, no intro. Saints Block Party Podcast preview pod coming at you. It is a Tuesday night. Usually record and we do our preview pods on Wednesday. However, it's me and Jay's anniversary tomorrow night. So we going out, we having dinner. And so we're doing the preview pod tonight, Tuesday night. No, the injury report's not out, but it is another big game that the New Orleans Saints have in front of them when they take on the Philadelphia Eagles at home. Saints 2-0, Eagles now 1-1 after losing in miraculous, terrible fashion last night on Monday Night Football. So you know they're going to be in the dome upset. I would venture to guess that AJ Brown is not going to play, and it's a big game. But what's good, Ryan? How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Man, listen, I feel great. Feel great vibes. Vibes is on 20. Discord been popping. Off, bro. I mean, look, if you ain't no Patreon, man, like you don't know what you missing out, bro. Like, come get in that Discord. We having good vibes. We breaking down football. We sharing tweets. We laughing. We talking smack. We having a blast up in there. So definitely join that Discord. Patreon.com/Saints Block Party. I feel good, man. It's just fun. It's a fun season, bro. It's just so nice just to log on to Twitter. I put on YouTube. You got all these talking heads talking about the Saints. Like, man, what's going on, man?
What is life? What is real life? I feel like something that we're gonna talk about the Eagles game. Thanks for everyone who is in the live stream right now. It's 10 o'clock p.m. Central Time. So for the people who are here on a Tuesday night with us, we appreciate y'all. Before we talk about the Eagles game, I kind of want to go back and just talk about a little bit about the last 2 weeks that they've put on film. I said this in the Discord. The Dallas Cowboys are the NFL team that I just can't stand the most. I born and raised in Texas, was around that time period where they were at their peak. I didn't know shit about sports, Ryan, and I just knew I couldn't stand the Cowboys, bro. It's just
New enough.
It's funny because I guess nowadays the Chiefs and the Patriots fans would be like the Cowboys fans, right? Essentially. So to be at that game, we've all witnessed those Cowboy collapse games, and the cameras pan into the crowd, and there's just that despondent faces, and everyone becomes a meme. Nigga, to be in it, Ryan. I still don't have a voice to be in it. Oh my God, it was.
Bro.
Oh.
Shout out to Oak, man. Shout out to Oak for making it happen. And that's an experience you'll never forget, bro. Like, regardless of what happens the rest of this season,
right,
that's something you'll never forget. Just being there for that.
I get just chills thinking about it. But one thing I wanted to go back to this team as a whole, and I feel like maybe we haven't hit on it enough or talked about it enough. Also, shout out if you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe. This team in 2 weeks have been a extremely well-coached team. The Panthers game, it was a little sloppy in terms of penalties. Cowboys game, a very most part clean game played offensively, defensively. They have forced 6 turnovers. They recovered 5. See, this is what my voice is doing. And they have only given up the rock 1 time. 5-1 turnover rate. We just go back to Sean Payton had preached for years. Games are decided with turnovers. Like, who
turnover ratio?
Turnover ratio. So they have a stellar turnover ratio and are not heavily penalized They are looking like a well coached team. You go back and I listened to a whole ass Dennis Allen presser yesterday, Ryan. From
Ooh,
start
that
to
boy is
finish.
sick. He got that sickness. He got that sickness.
From start to finish. And two things stood out to me. One, it he kept saying that the team doesn't listen to the outside noise and the city of New Orleans didn't believe them and then so I give him credit. He said, we hadn't really showed them something, where they could believe in us. Please stop lying to us and telling us that y'all don't listen to the outside noise. Please
Stop that. We know it's a lie.
I would even prefer you to say we listen to the outside noise and we use it as motivation. Like, tell us that. Because me and you know, they absolutely they listen. And this is not even like, I'm not trying to go on a rant about them listening. But one other thing, sorry, y'all. This is what happens when the Saints go into Dallas and put up a 40 fucking burger in AT&T Stadium.
And then you knock it down margaritas and chilies afterwards, just knocking them back.
Speaking of,
We done created alcoholic. Alcoholic now. Look what happened, man.
Another thing he said, that big takeaway, he got a little annoyed when this came up because someone asked him about, pretty much was like, yeah, you done struggled against mobile quarterbacks and Jalen Hurts done gave you that long dick and like doing blah, blah, blah. He was like, well, I'm not the, other teams have struggled with, like, kind of like that defensive thing.
Yeah.
This season, for Dennis Allen, for Derek Carr, for a lot of players on the team, this season, and you could tell, this season for them is the 2024 mantra of changing the narrative. That's why the Eagles game is such a big, important game.
Yeah.
Dennis Allen has this label that he can't stop these mobile quarterbacks. He can't stop running quarterbacks. And to a degree, like, there's some truth to that.
Yeah.
What we was asking for this for the longest time. Show us that you can beat a winning team, a good team. Not even a winning team. Show us you can beat a good team.
Beat a good team.
Huge check mark off last week. Huge check mark.
Huge.
Now the question is, can you, like, that was one ghost. The next question is for week 3, can you cure this ghost of you stopping a mobile running quarterback and win the game, which there has been a struggle with in the past?
That's the ghost. That's the exercising demons we need to do. And I think, it's going to be interesting, bro. Like, as far as like a rushing team, this is going to be easily the best rushing team we've faced this year. With Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts. Excuse me, Jalen Hurts.
I think that this game is the biggest test for the defense thus far.
No question. Because look, our defense, we talk about it. The secondary is elite. Even with Lattimore out right now, it's still a top 2, top 3 secondary. But that don't matter when you got it don't matter as much when you got a rushing team like the Eagles do, and they throw the ball too. Don't get me wrong. It's not like they only run the ball. They could threaten you on all areas of the field. But you got to stop the rushing attack. They want to come into the dome and run the ball. They want to get Saquon Barkley going. He's a home run hitter. He could kill you on the ground. And Jalen Hurts is a home run hitter. He can kill you on the ground. So they just have to limit it. They're gonna get some runs. Jalen Hurts is gonna get his. He gonna go back to pass. Saints defense gonna be a man to man, and there's gonna be a crease open up, in the front, and he's gonna take that crease and he's gonna run. But you gotta have the guys, the dogs that go unlimited. Willie Gay, Alante Taylor, Tyrann Mathieu. Those guys are gonna have to limit it and make sure he's not killing you with it. And other than that, it's just slowing down, Barkley, which is tough. Barkley, like the Eagles. I was watching them last night. I'm not gonna say they run a similar scheme, but they run a lot of outside zone and inside zone too. A lot of stretch stuff, a lot of outside. So they stress the defense out, man. It's gonna be a tall order, and we really haven't seen yet so far if the defense has really improved against the run, because they went against the Panthers. Panthers, we kind of scored them out of running the ball, trying to run the ball, and they couldn't really do anything anyway. The Cowboys, they don't have really any running backs that scare you, and I mean Zeke Elliott was getting some decent little yards here and there in the beginning, but it wasn't nothing like you rather them hand the ball to Zeke Elliott. It's put it like this, like okay, we'll take that. But there's a different beast coming in. But I got faith in them, bro. I got faith in them because I just, some people I keep seeing them be like, oh man, I hope they don't eat the cheese. I hope they don't get, too effed up. I don't see that with this team right now. They feel different to me. They feel like they're really trying to prove something. They trying to prove it to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
It's the show me season.
Show me.
Their show me season. RJ said there's no sound. I don't know if anyone else has that issue.
Sound.
Okay, no, we good. Whoa, Andrew. Whoa. Way too fucking early for that, bro. This man said take that, and then he in the asterisk he said Diddy voice. Are you trying to get us canceled? Today of all days, bro. What are we doing?
Hashtag no did it. No did it. Not here.
No, sir. You took the words out of my mouth when you said this is the biggest test to the defense. Wayne said the feds just got that man. Hey, FBI, CIA, hit the like and subscribe button. Y'all become a Patreon too, nigga. I don't care.
We just talking football over here, baby.
That's it. Also, don't listen to the recap pod about what Dante said about.
Oh yeah, no.
Just jokes. But in terms of, we not only the games that we were at last season, the Bears game, the Texans game, it was a theme throughout last season that the run defense had just complete. Oh, but Pammy in the Pammy said hello, gentlemen.
Baby, we're in the building.
But there were so many games where that stout run Saints defense of whole that had completely evaporated, bro.
Yeah.
This game, and like you said, they haven't been tested for up to this point. This game against the Eagles, that is going to be tested. And you could also make the case that this offensive line that they're going against on Sunday is going to be the best offensive line, especially run blocking offensive line that they've encountered thus far this season.
Absolutely, bro. Like the offensive line gets after it. They got a young kid at center. It's something.
The lotion, Jurgens.
Look, yeah, Jurgens. Good, good player, but he's a young center, so there might be opportunities there to kind of fool him with some of the just some of the trickeries that Dennis Allen could do with the front. Because I know there was a lot of discussion about who's calling protections and stuff like that, especially with Kelsey leaving, retiring. He usually handled all that on the front, and he was like outstanding at it. Just next level at it. So obviously, a young player like Jurgens is not going to be to his level. So I guess he's kind of sharing a lot of responsibilities with the guard and with Jalen Hurts and stuff like that. So there's going to be a lot of trickery going on, a lot of stuff between, DeMario Davis and all that stuff, trying to get some, just fool the front, fool the protections. Dennis Allen going to be able to cook too. Like you could put a little heat on Jalen, you know what I'm saying? So I expect we're going to be in the dome. I expect DA to, cook up some blitzes, some timely blitzes from here and there. It's gonna be interesting, bro. But I really want to see them unleash Willie Gay. Whether that's being a spy, whether that's just flushing Jalen Hurts out, or whatever it is. I really want to see him come up with a plan to keep Jalen Hurts in check on the ground.
Like, to me, this game to me is should be like the Willie Gay game. It's also This is going to be a crucial test for Pete Warner. I'm going to tell you why. In the last season and a half, when he's regressed, I'm sorry, if y'all listen to me right now, this can I just make the point real quick that this is what happens when the Saints fucking win? When the Saints win. Like, when's the last time I ever recorded a goddamn podcast and I didn't have a voice because of how the Saints were fucking playing, Ryan?
Not since we've been podcasting.
Thank you. I don't have a voice because the team that we root for and cheer for and support, and we go, well, I don't go up and down with them, but the team that we are fans of is performing at a level that 91 points in 2 weeks, nigga. 91.
Bro, greatest show on turf type shit.
Oh no. And
greatest show on turf
with Derek Carr, and that's not a shade to him because he's fucking balling out.
Balling
this man
out,
said, man. Project 2025. So is it close?
It's on.
I got you.
It's on now.
So, all that said, so anyway, that's my point to Pete Warner. In his regression, especially last season, man, he would guess of where the run was going, and he was oftentimes guessing wrong and getting washed out, and it would lead to huge gains on the ground for the opposing offense in the run game. He's looked good in 2 weeks. This game is the two most important players in this game. I'm talking offense, defense. Two most important players in this game to me is Pete Warner and it's Willie Gay. Those are the two most important. I would add up like a 2B of Alante, because that is a player that has the athleticism, has the physicality that you want to kind of counteract what Jalen theoretically could do, right?
No question.
Also, another point about Willie Gay already played and seen Jalen Hurts in the biggest game of the season in the Super Bowl when the Chiefs played on the Eagles. So there's that experience, and he's not a player that's going to be surprised. And I know that the team is. You were putting out some good tweets that the last time the Saints actually played Jalen Hurts was in 2021, which seems like forever ago when you really think about it.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. So there are players on the team that are familiar with him, but Willie Gay literally played him in the Super Bowl 2 seasons ago. Him, Warner, and Alante to me are the keys of the game defensive. Obviously the defensive line in terms of stopping the run and things like that. But those are the three players that I'm looking out the most that should have, if they're going to win, they have to have an impact defensively.
No question. And speaking of the offensive line, defensive line, where y'all at? Let me count this up. You got one and a half, about 2.5 sacks out the defensive line right now. And it's not indicative of everything because they have been getting pressure. Chase Young been getting pressure. Brian Brissett been getting pressure. Carl Grant has been. So it's not indicative that they haven't been getting pass rush. But I want a little more. I need more. I need more from the defensive line. I don't know if this might be the game where you see it. It depends. They might, DA might do the little mush rush thing. We'll try to keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket and stuff like that. So this might not be the game, but I would, especially, God willing, if the Saints can get ahead, a nice lead like they have the past 2 weeks, should be at least the beast, man. At least the beast.
Marcelo in the chat said, fun fact, Hurts has thrown an interception in 7 straight games, including the playoffs.
Oh, that's a nice fun fact. And the Saints been taking it away. The Saints been taking it away too. So
taking it away, bro.
Let's get another one.
Going in on the flip side, on the reverse. Go before the season, I was like, man, this is about to be the game the Saints play, and they going against like a defense that they essentially created with Zach Bond and Jalen Carter and all that.
CD
Deuce, and going to your point of trying to get a lead, the Atlanta Falcons, who run a very, very similar offensive like zone, outside zone run game scheme, played the Eagles last night, and the Eagles' run defense was giving up like 6.4 yards per carry with Bijan. This is why I don't know this. I'm not saying that I know this or not have confirmation for this, but I would bet my next paycheck as that game was going on last night, because of the type of person and coach and player and a coach that wants to be great. I know Clint Kubiak was at home or in the facility watching that game, just making notes. And he was like, what else?
With a stiffy. It's like, I'm about to get this.
Long stroke that shit, no.
Long stroke this one, bro.
Did Clint turn his hand till it fell asleep, and then he grabbed it.
But look, they wasn't an aberration because Green Bay put it on the ground, So that is a feature of this defense, that you are able to run on them. And who has been the best running team in the league so far this season? Which is crazy to say. This was one of the worst rushing teams the past couple of years, Adam.
At least the last three and a half.
At least the last 3 years. At least the last 3 years. I mean, they averaged 3.8 yards a carry last year as a team, I want to say. It's something like that. They're averaging almost 5 yards a carry as a team, Adam. Freaking AK, 5.8 yards a carry. This past week before that, 5.5 yards a carry. What is happening?
I'm going to say this, and I know people's counter would be, Josh Allen. It's 2 weeks into the season. As of right now, AK would be MVP of the season, MVP of the league.
Please, make it happen. Make it happen.
Wait, hold on. Pammy Whammy said, Jeff Nowak said Clint had several pages of notes on the plane ride back from Dallas. Nigga, that's a coach, nigga. Ooh.
That's a coach.
And I tweeted this last night. It was like, I know as an offensive coach, because we have been spoiled with Sean of his kind of sicko ways of attacking defenses and looking and pinpointing matchups. In that, I tweeted that I know if Clint's watching the game against the Eagles, he's looking at Zach Bond, he's looking at Nakobe Dean, and he's like, how can I attack these linebackers? How can I attack them?
And the beautiful thing about Zach Bond, you don't even have to. You could go right across the hallway to the defense coordinator right there. Give me the full scouting report on him. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all know, the Saints know all the warts of Zach Bond. They know what he's good at and not good at. Zach Bond.
We know what he's good at and not good at.
Yes. Zach Bond, if it's the players in front of him, he can very much impact the play. But if he has to use his lateral or his vision behind him and move backwards in any kind of way, he is stealing. So I need to see Alvin Kamara on some Texas routes, on some, and you know Clint do it because you know that he's a smart coach. You know he's a smart coach. That's the great thing about being a Saints fan right now, bro. When you got a smart coach, we got smart coaches on both sides of the ball. Because look, nobody ever took it away from DA that he's a smart defensive head coach. But on the offensive side, we just been lacking at that. So to have that on offense too, that's what makes the Saints so dangerous right now, bro. Because it's like it's just like, I mean, you had the play in the Dallas game where Derek Carr throws a little error pass, it gets picked off. Right after that, Honey Badger, boom, give it right back. That's just complimentary football. The field position we've been having just been outstanding. Just good complimentary football. It's been amazing to see. It's just been fun to watch.
It has been amazing to see. So something that something that people are keep talking about. And listen, it is going to happen where things that Clint wants to do offensively is not working because a defense has found a way to shut it down. He has in 2 weeks masterfully devised a game plan that protects the offensive line. It protects Trevor Penning. It protects who's still like sometimes we forget that Fuaga is a rookie at left tackle, right?
At left tackle.
At left tackle. And I was saying like, damn, the Chiefs found their, left tackle of the future in the second round. He got benched against
didn't he?
Trey Hendrickson, former Saint.
Well, he sure did.
Him, that
work.
Listen, I know this is it's been such a positive, man. If you just think about the ascension that Trey Hendrickson has had the last couple of seasons, bro.
We had TJ Watt just in the building, bro. Like,
nigga, crazy. This niggas was just sitting here, just sitting here.
TJ Watt just sitting right there, bro. Unbelievable. You can't keep all of them, I guess.
I digress. Here's the thing: that Eagles defense has not. It's looked okay, but and this is the thing that had led to the Eagles defense taking a huge step back last season, and up to this point, it seems like it hasn't improved. That pass rush that was ferocious when they went on a march to a Super Bowl is nowhere to be found anymore. And this is a team that has put a lot of resources into that. Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. Who's the guy from the Eagles that they got?
From the Jets.
Sweat. Jets, sorry. Josh Sweat.
Huff.
Josh Huff. Is it Brian Huff? Josh Huff?
I don't know. Huff Puff.
And they have not shown up. As a Saints fan, as a sports fan, I try to have that humility and thinking that, listen, just because a team, because we've seen it historically, just because a team hasn't done this one thing well, it doesn't mean that they are going to do that thing that they've been not doing well at. They're not like they may completely change the script. It happens against the Saints all the fucking time. Like we just seen it, bro.
We've seen it. We know what it look like, yeah.
But the run game's been tough. The Eagles' run defense has not been good. So I just feel like Clint is a coach where he's not going to outthink himself. Sometimes there was those games where Sean Payton, if he knew that a team had an opposing pass defense that was porous, the game plan would be to attack the pass defense, and it made sense when you have Drew Brees, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is a game that it may, in theory, would tempt you to want to try to attack them in the passing game, right? Yeah. You have an older Slay, Quinyon Mitchell, who has looked really, really, really good as a rookie, stellar, but he's a rookie. Mattis got hurt in Monday Night Football, but he came back in. So you may see some more Cooper DeJean. You got Blankenship. It seemed you got CD Deuce. It seems like a game that maybe a coach be like, "Ooh, I just want to go out, just throw that thing against, just throw it." I don't get the sense that Clint is going to try to do that unless the Eagles show that they can consistently stop the run game.
Exactly. Clint is very smart, man. He knows he's not going to take that approach because, like Sean Payton used to do, the first thing he's doing is thinking about protection. He's protecting the quarterback. He's protecting his young right and left tackles. So he's going to start there and then work from out. And he's going to attack downfield when it's there, as we've seen. I mean, the team as a team, they're averaging 10 yards per pass, bro. 10 yards per pass. Net yards per pass as a team. I mean, it's crazy. And we know, I mean, those stats won't, be like that all season. But, I mean, look, we've seen, years where sometimes things just catch fire, bro. Like Kyle Shanahan with the Falcons, 2016, where I mean, I think they they're like number 1 and 2 in history in yards per play. I mean, they were ridiculous. Saints 2009. Greatest show on turf Rams back in '99. Some years, not saying that's what this offense is, but offenses that usually end up like that start the way this offense has started. Is all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I mean, maybe, but we'll see. And the thing is, with this team, if they are executing how they've been executing, bro, it's gonna be hard to stop because when you watch the tape, it's not like it's gimmicky stuff. It's not like yeah, there's a lot of motion, there's a lot of eye candy and stuff like that. But when you get down to the foundation of it, it's just execution.
It's execution, and it is. And I said that the Saints have the best offensive line in football, and I don't back away from that. And this is hold on, really quick. I want to give a big shout out to Trick Pick, $10 super chat.
Trick Pick.
Not only is that, we know that he also is a Patreon, so much love. Excuse me. He says, I think Taysom is actually a big part of our offensive success because defenses don't know what package is based on personnel in the huddle. How do y'all feel about Taysom potentially missing? And this is why it sucks that we're recording this on Tuesday, so because we usually record on Wednesday. We don't know what Taysom's status is. All DA said on Monday in the presser was that, they got a lot of good news and it's not as serious as they initially thought. What that means, who knows?
No idea.
That may mean he misses 1 week instead of missing 5 weeks.
Right.
I do think, and I said this, if Taysom is hurt and he doesn't play, it changes a lot offensively. And
no question.
There isn't anyone, the only person I could think that maybe Clint would try to use in that role to some degree and not the same would be utilizing more Hoker. Maybe he tries to utilize more 13 personnel, one running back, to compensate for Taysom not playing. Also, but Taysom is like a mutant, bro. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if he played on Sunday. Like, we don't know. We just don't
know, bro. Like the things they are doing with Taysom is just it's ridiculous. I mean, he took a direct snap. It was a great play. I mean, it was in the base of it was a simple play because it was kind of like a toss crack, but it was really just Taysom taking a direct snap. He was behind Derek Carr. Derek Carr flanked out, motioned out like it's immediately snapped the ball directly to Taysom.
Last second, bro.
And Taysom just, took off, got some nice chunk yardage. Probably could have got more of the, didn't miss a block. Like, he just does so much, bro. The blocking he was doing is just, so if he can't go, man, it's a huge loss. It's a huge loss. Will they be able to compensate for it? I'm sure they'll figure out a way. But it's a loss, no doubt. But we'll see. We don't have the injury report. We'll see how that works out.
We'll see. But I want to get back to the point that you said. This team at its core, and why I don't believe it's fluky and I think it could be sustained, is when you see the things that they are doing from an offensive. At the end of the day, what this team is doing offensively is that they're not putting an offensive line in negative bad positions, and also the offensive line kind of in themselves have just been holding their own, and they have been bullies in the run game.
Yeah,
when you invest a high first round pick, a mid first round pick, a high second round pick, a lower first. This line has 3 first round picks, a high second round pick in Eric McCoy, and then a journeyman, no offense to Lucas Patrick, but a journeyman at left guard. And can we just give some credit to Lucas Patrick for a second, man? This man came in and he is looking like one of the goddamn best guards in football.
What is happening here?
John, I don't know if I want to get my COVID booster. John, what is John Benny doing? Maybe he's right, Brian. I don't know.
Don't jab me, bro. Don't jab me.
Positive Debo said, yes, y'all finally see what I've been. Anyway.
But go ahead.
But when you have an offensive line like that and you're dictating to the defense and you're being bullies, that opens up the entire offense. We and that's why I go back to that Cowboys game. If there was a game that this line in theory should have been bullied, should have been fucking annihilated, should have been just whatever, it was that Cowboys game. And I'm not saying that this O-line is going to be that way every week all season, but in a very short sample size, they have shown that with their talent and with great coaching and that marriage together, it is allowing them to excel. Also, I want to give another shout out to Clint Kubiak because he's using what their advantages are on the line. This is an athletic as fuck offensive line.
Thank you for raising that point, because that's one thing that drove me the past couple of years is you got this athletic line, but you making them fight in the phone booth.
Like, and it was y'all was loving these Raz scores and these spark scores, but not letting them go be athletes in space. Clint Kubiak was like, oh wait, what did Reese run? What did Pennant run? Like, what did Flogger run? Get these niggas on the move. Just
exactly.
Bro, that AK play, our dude Caesar. Can we get some love to Caesar real quick? This man used to be a punching bag on our podcast.
He's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. They had Cesar Ruiz playing in the phone booth, trying to block, 350-mile men. When this dude is an athlete, like he was a great athlete coming out of college, like everybody knew that he was a really good athlete, and now they get to utilize that. That's why it really wasn't BS when they were interviewing players during the OTAs, asking them about the scheme, and they were just foaming at them out. They were like, yes, this is perfect. This is what we always wanted to run, this, that, the other. They were all saying that. And he's even like Andrews Pete. Like what we used to say back in the day. Andrews Pete on the move is good Andrews Pete. Like you want to see him on the move. But nah, they rather have him fight in the phone booth. Nah, bro. That's why I love that Clint came in, threw all that out. He said, nah, we going to do what fits this team. Because that was the misnomer. It was that the Saints had a bad offensive line. It was really just a poor utilized, poorly coached offensive line.
There it is. This is so. This isn't about the Eagles per se. I do have a concern that I think about with this team long term in the future is this. I don't know how sustainable it is for them to only be getting real production from just Shaheed and just Olave, because one, historically they get banged up just because probably of their size, and they don't kind of bring that that big body physicality element at the wide receiver position that a lot of offensive coaches like, and having diverse offensive skill sets at the wide receiver position. We don't know what A.T. Perry is in this offense. We don't know what Bub Means is in the offense. Mason Tipton, he gets on the field, and a lot of that is because he has shown a willingness in the blocking game, and he blocks his ass off. Much just like that Kyle Shanahan offense, bro. If you're a wide receiver and you ain't blocking, bro, you not gonna play. You're not going to play. That said, I feel like that's one thing, and I put a tweet out there, a little in jest, and then it fucking blew up about like MT on this, Michael Thomas on this team in this offense.
Would have been nice.
I do feel like that's something. I want to give a little love to Juwan too. Juwan has been a stellar part of that offensive line scheme and the blocking scheme, bro. Like he has gone from being like a primarily receiving tight end, and now is just on the line, just getting dirty, nigga. Just
dirty, man. Like I saw him handling Makai. He was handling Makai, bro. I'm like, look at your guy, man. Handling Makai. I mean, it's all of them, bro. And like I said, like that'll be the only thing that hurt the Saints is, if 2 or 3 of those players don't do their job, because it's 100% like a team effort that's happening. So everybody has to do their job. And look, there will be some games where player A misses a block, Juwan Johnson misses a block, or maybe Trevor Penning doesn't get his hand. There's going to be games like that, and that's what could set the Saints back here and there. But if they are all executing the way they are, man, like it's gonna be a problem for all the defenses, bro. I'm sorry, it doesn't matter. All the defenses gonna get that mud.
The system. I don't want to compare it to it like exactly, but I feel like there are elements of that first Mike McDaniel's season in Miami.
It's a good one.
Where the bigger the differences is I think the Saints offensive line is better.
Yeah.
While Raheem Mostert and all they were running all over the place and blah blah blah, AK just as a player is a more talented player than Mostert, Achan, Jeff Wilson, he's a better player, and the offense, unlike that Miami's defense, the Saints defense, unlike that Miami defense, has shown that they can be in the top echelon defensively across the league. Like that's a recipe in a marriage that can just at the very least take them to a playoff appearance. Also, what this is just being a Saints fan. Why it is only the Saints fan thing where this season's happening and the Bucs is just right there, bro. Just right there.
Right there, bro. Like, come on, man. Why don't y'all go somewhere, man?
Please.
Baker Mayfield just didn't revitalize his career down there, bro. Just revitalize his career.
Like there are things where people say, in something for life, you got to work hard for. You got to, and I like work wise and all, and that I get it. As a sports fan, no, nigga, I want it as easy as possible. Easy. The starting quarterback's hurt. Oh well. Game gotta be played. Game gotta be played.
Shit, that happened to us. Shit.
This is where we are, the fan base. Me and Dante was talking about this. At Chili's after we recorded, Mark said he's not afraid of the Bucs. I have a feeling that the Saints and Bucs will probably split the season series this season. Just a feeling.
Just a feeling.
Just a feeling. Dante said, "Bring me Devontae Adams, please."
Bruh, like I was joking about that on Twitter, but I was half serious. I was like, shit, because he was, Kay Adams was interviewing him with Rashid Shaheed. And, he was giving Shaheed his props, his flowers, and all that stuff. And I was just like, damn. Devontae, and Carl, they do have a little relationship, you know what I'm saying? But then again, Raiders beat the Ravens this past week, man.
I told Dante this. If that potentially had any feasibility of happening, two things would have to happen. The Saints would have to continue to win and win. I'm not saying they got to put up 40 fucking points all game or every game, but like win pretty convincingly and look like actual Super Bowl contenders. And the Raiders potentially would have to just fall off the fucking cliff, and Devontae just want to get out. Because then you can have Carter being like, "Hey brother, long time no text." Anyway, but the fact that we could even like jokingly talk about
have that conversation, man.
Week 3 going into the season, what is happening right now, Ryan? What is happening?
What is happening, man? It is crazy.
Trick Pick said something that I wanted to get to. We almost 200 views. We got 61 concurrent viewers going right now. Oh my God. Dante said the Raiders have 2 rushing first downs all year. God damn. Oh Lord. Trick Pick said, what I'll say is Carr hasn't surpassed 20 completions in these 2 games, which is also really fucking wild. We scored the most points in the first 2 games since us in 1971. The scheme is crazy.
Crazy. Yep. 2009 Saints, baby. I'm just saying.
we are in such a place right now, Ryan. Bajan like asked something like kind of jokingly in the Discord, and then I was like, no, let me actually make this like a poll. And I was like, if you had to endure 4 years of Trump as president, but the Saints won the Super Bowl this season in New Orleans in the Dome, are you signed up for it? Yes or no? The amount of hand wrangling that I felt people doing on that poll.
People like, well, you know, I was thinking like, man, look, I live in Alabama. It's already like it is what it is. Already a red state. So is it gonna make that big a difference? You know what I'm saying?
Harris said, "We not going back." I said, "Let's go back." I'm just kidding. I voted no.
That's one of the things that's gonna be between you and the voting booth. Ain't nobody gonna be sitting there by yourself.
In the Discord voting both niggas, like you can see if you vote yes or no. Our community, I think there were like two yeses and majority no's. So I love that. Like we are, you know, I feel like that's just. I think if you would have asked most fans that 5-6 years ago, that whole poll would have been like, yes.
Yeah.
I probably would have been voting yes too, nigga.
I'm telling you.
I'm not excluded from it. Dante said, "Red hat me, baby." Anyway, it's a big game. But it's just fun to talk about football and previews and just have this like fun again. You had DA said sometimes you just gotta pop a show, nigga. Like Dennis,
pop out show niggas. Look at DA, man.
Dennis James Allen.
Dennis Allen, man. Dennis Allen. It just make everybody look a little different, you know. Derek Carr hitting the Michael Jackson on his you know. I really want to know, did he do he down there? Like, did he say he? It's like you gotta do he.
I would bet money that he said he when he did it. Tony asked how much game time elapses before Penning and CD get into a fight.
I want to see it, bro. I want to see it. I don't want Penning getting like ejected or nothing like that, but I want to see it.
This is where I want the evolution of Dennis Allen and maybe Clint Kubiak to continue, because this is a conversation that they should be having in their offensive meetings this season or this week and say, hey, we know what 8 gonna do. 8 did it for us for years. You have to be smarter as a player of what he's trying to bait you to do. We have Saints fans have seen the CD Deuce experience, bro. We know what he's trying to do to opposing offenses. We know. It happened against the Falcons. We know. You just have to have a cooler head because he's trying to get you to get a penalty, to get ejected from the game. It's all part of the CD Deuce experience. We have to be a smart, well-coached football team. We haven't even really talked about, because it hasn't really been a need to, like special teams, punt returns, kickoff returns. Coverage has been great. Orgy out there just making almost every fucking tackle on kickoff coverage, bruh. Like everything is going like just fitting so well to the point. And I know our dude didn't bring us on for this, but it's the best time for us to come on. We can't talk about what might happen on Thursday. We can't talk about it because I want it to be a surprise to everyone. But I'm going to say that potentially what we have lined up on Thursday is the biggest thing that me and you have done for this podcast in almost 4.5 years.
Easily. I can't wait. Y'all go see. Stay tuned.
And I know that it would have happened regardless of how the Saints are doing, not doing, whatever it is. But it like feels like where they are as a team, we gotta be somewhere to talk. We gotta be somewhere to talk about.
Their story about it. Their story. They're the biggest story in the NFL right now. Biggest story in the NFL right now. No question. Mina Kimes, Greg Rosenthal, Dan Hanses, All the ESPN people, everybody talking about it, bro. Everybody, and it's kind of like, well, it feels weird. It's like, man, let us sit in our little corner. Let us sit in our little corner. You know,
I feel like blushing, get a little nervous, like you got the little elementary school boy crush. Okay, prediction time. Who you got on Sunday? Who you got and what's the score?
Man, I got the Saints, man. What you talking about, man?
Saints.
Saints winning. We won't put up 40, but it's gonna be 35 21. 35-21.
I got Saints winning 40-20.
Ooh, another 40, bro. Has that been done before? 340 burgers?
It's going to be. It's going to be, nigga.
Let's go, dude.
I tweeted this earlier. People are seeing us on Twitter, and the team is 2-0. I absolutely pray for timelines if this shit continues the entire season. Like, people are going to fucking hate us online.
Hate us, bro. I mean, you saw the Saints fans out in Dallas, bro. They was second line down the street. People brought their trombones and trumpets out there and everything. Bro, we're gonna get on people's nerves, man. And I can't wait. Cause that's just us.
It's us, bro. It's us. We just petty and just ignorant, bro. Just ignorant. One thing I do want to give some love to is, and I know where it comes from, because as a Cowboys fan, I know that they are so used to disappointment, heartache, just whatever. Some like they were just so. I've been to a lot of away games, and they were just so nice and just gracious about it. Just like at no point did anything get like heated or like a heated conversation or anything. They said y'all came in and put it on us. I said we sure fucking did. But it was all love. Like, it wasn't anything that got abrasive and just dumb over fucking sports.
Right.
We didn't even really hit on this. Going back to the Eagles offense really quick, and we're gonna wrap this up before my voice gives out, because we gotta do an ad read after this. Shout out to make sure you are our dude SwampDaddy Bets. The point I was making, we don't know what's going to happen, but AJ Brown on Friday, he pulled up on Friday in practice for the Eagles. He didn't play Monday night against the Falcons. Lisa Salters on Monday Night Football came out and made a report that says that he's likely to miss a couple of weeks with a hamstring injury. I know Saints fans tend to think that, like, well, we've seen it. Like, anyone who gets hurt, who's supposed to miss a game, usually ends up playing. Hamstrings for cornerbacks and like receivers and running backs to a degree are just different. Just different types of injuries. So that said, I do not expect AJ Brown to play. And a lot of people I've seen have said, well, if AJ Brown's not going to play, like even if Marshawn's 100%, do you just hold him out another week and you don't let him go? I'm not in that mindset. If Marshawn is 100%, he should be playing.
Hell yeah.
Period.
Hell yeah. And look, he apparently wanted to play this Sunday, so look, let him go this week, man. Like, if he ready to go, he ready to go. Let's get the whole squad out there. But shout out to Kool-Aid McKinstry, bro. Like, somebody had posted a lot of his coverage snaps in this game, man. He just, looked like he did in college, man. He just right in the hip pocket, in phase. He allowed some passes, but it wasn't like a lot. It wasn't like a lot of yards or nothing. He limited his guys. I do want to see him start getting his hand on some passes more, start breaking up some passes and stuff like that. But as far as coverage, man, he's looked good, man. So, so far, Saints 2024 draft looking pretty good. We'll see where Bob Means is, Boyd and Ford and those guys. We got the agenda sitting on the bench, just cooling, just building. And that's another thing that feels good, because even though, we pushed the whole agenda thing and him started, but Carl's playing well, so we're not even worried about that right now. But just the fact that we do got a guy sitting on a bench, really two guys sitting on a bench, it just makes you. It's like you got good insurance. You know what I'm saying? You just feel like you feel just a little more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because I am fully comfortable. I fully believe that if Spencer did get in there, he would look good, man.
I was thinking about this as I was driving home because I'm a sicko. Shout out to Justin, $2 super chat. He said Will Harris is a hitter. Here, like the, I don't know. Oh, nigga, what you hitting over there? You just. NSF8 or NSFW, nigga. That's not safe for work. Bajan said Will Harris is giving off Raphael Bush vibes. Ooh, that's good.
Oh, I thought the same thing. I swear I thought the same thing. When he made that hit, in that end zone.
It was a Seahawks game, bro. And
the Seahawks, bro.
Percy Harvin, and it wasn't a fucking penalty. Anyway.
It wasn't a penalty. It was not a penalty. That was a good hit.
Sorry, I don't got my taco meat under here. My point I was gonna make. I was talking about those times going home, and this would have to at some point end up with like Clint Kubiak at some point becoming head coach, right? But this team has a potential. Derek Carr plays this season out. If he plays extremely well, they're not going to have a choice but to bring him back another season. So let's say he gets 3 seasons as a Saint. Clint Kubiak's offensive coordinator for two seasons. They potentially would have a potential to then, the last year of Derek Carr's deal, maybe they decide just from a financial standpoint, and I am not comparing Spencer Rattler to Patrick Mahomes. I'm just speaking in terms of the financial of saying, hey, we got this, Derek Carr would be in his mid-30s at that point. We got this young gunslinger. How about we make this transition where we could get some financial relief, go to the young guy, and then you potentially as a team would have your core being the agenda, Olave, Shaheed. You'd have an agent AK. So running back, you'd have to figure it out. But then you would have your potential, your bookends with Fuaga and with Pennon. Nigga, the window goes from maybe the window's right here. Oh shit. The only thing I say with that, the caveat would be for that to work and really work, the Saints would have to nut up and make a decision where they would potentially have to get rid of DA, even if he was successful, and make I couldn't see it in any type of way.
No.
But the potential is there. That's crazy. That is
crazy.
Absolutely crazy. So
that is crazy.
And also, that's the first time we brought up the agenda since our preview pod with Scott Phil Vision. And yet there's still people who come on, get in the YouTube comments, people get my mentions on game day talking about, oh, you guys aren't talking about the agenda anymore. No, people don't even follow, who not even follow me, bro. I don't even.
What the hell?
Weirdo behavior, Ryan.
Weirdos.
Anyway, it feels good to be excited about a Saints game because it just every week it's not like Thanos where it's dread it, run from it. Destiny arrives, all the same, nigga. Is it Sunday yet? Is it Sunday? We about to put that dick on them. We about to put that dick on them.
Exactly.
Anyway, we appreciate y'all joining us on a freaking Tuesday night. Mike said, fun to watch the Saints again, finally. So, man, that's all we've been asking for almost 5 years, bro.
That's it, man. That is it. That's all we want, man. This is entertainment at the end of the day.
Our last recap pod on YouTube has about 1,300 views on it, which I believe is, I think when it's all said and done, that's going to be our biggest recap pod and biggest thing we've done since we really started pushing YouTube.
Yep. Easily.
It's fun again. So thank y'all for joining us. We already got 202 views on Tuesday night. Go ahead.
I wanted to put out there, Also for our Patreons, we're gonna start putting the video out there. This video, but it's gonna be the adless version. HD. Gonna be out there on the Patreon site in the morning, so you guys can watch. If you don't want to watch on YouTube and get ads, you can watch it on Patreon. No ads. So that's gonna be available to all Patreon members. Already have the adless audio version. You get access to the Discord. You get, sometimes we give out freebies. Cups and game tickets and all kind of stuff. So join that Patreon, man. Like you'll be able to come to the meetups. We're gonna have the big meetup in November. So join that Patreon, starting at $1. Starting at $1. Starting at $1. You can't get value fry for $1 these days, man. Come on, man.
Can't do it. I'll say this. If you are not a Patreon or even if you are a Patreon and you wanted to go to that Saints Falcons meetup game, yesterday's prices are not today's prices. It was like $100 per ticket before the season. Now, good luck.
Price of that brick going way up.
Good luck. Trick Pick said Saints and Pez calling me every year for season tickets. Pay these people and I'll lock in. Another small thing, and last thing I'll say. Another small thing that I think can be very eye-opening of how the season's gone up to this point is I hope I can say this out in public, is essentially Gayle has closed the checkbook and was like, if y'all not putting out wins, if y'all not going out there and producing this money, bye.
Straight. I'm not throwing bad money after bad money, man.
As you like to use the gift, make it enough.
Make it enough.
And now that the Saints have won and that won in this fashion and things like this, I'm not tying it back to the Devontae Adams thing, but if the trade deadline comes along, let's say they 5-2, 4-2, whatever they might be, right? And they feel like they got a shot to make a run. The fact that they've won in this fashion, now Gayle like, Mickey, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Here you go. Open checkbook.
Especially if it's looking like, okay, this could be a championship team. Oh, she gonna open that. She gonna open that checkbook now.
Open that thing.
Open that thing.
No, Pammy, this is not to you. This. There was Dante said, "Are you daddy?" Still one of my favorite things from receivers, bro. It's gone. I don't lost it.
It's on, bro.
We appreciate you. We appreciate y'all coming on a Tuesday night, listening to us, chopping it up with us. Like this is fun. Like we've done this. We've done this a long time. It's almost a half a decade as long as we've done this, which is absolutely fucking wild.
Wow, man.
But this is the start of this season. This season, excuse me, is the funnest it's been. Even when the Saints started 2-0 last season, it is nowhere near to what it is.
Oh, not even close. Not even close.
So we thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. We will be back on Sunday to do the rapid recap pod after the Eagles game. We don't ever know the time of what it's going to be, but usually we go try to 15, 20 minutes after the game to get going. So we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back on Sunday, but also potentially keep an eye out on Friday. Maybe something might be dropping Friday. And if it does drop on Friday or maybe Thursday night, we'll make sure to y'all are in the know about it. But appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We will be back on Sunday. With that, we're out.
Peace.